Hey there everyone, this is Life. Welcome back to my playthrough of Tomb Raider 4. Today we're going to do a good chunk of Giza again. I know last time was pretty long. I promise this is probably going to be maybe even about the same length, but hopefully not. I did practice the levels. I do think the levels are really short when you know what you're doing, but that doesn't stop the levels from eating up your time, so I'm going to start by finishing off this level, which is where we left off last. Simply jumping across bits, doing some basic monkey bar swinging, and so on. Nothing too complicated. I probably could have done this last time as well, but you know, eventually the video gets an hour and a half long and people are not just, it's just impossible to watch. Especially if you update on the next day and people have finished the 57-minute thing. It doesn't super matter if you, I don't know. There's many different ways to go about this. Now this time, let's observe the giant chasm of which not to fall in. Okay? Okay. Not so hard, after all. Now was it? Safety drop down here. Now we're back at the beginning of underneath the Sphinx. Remember that. Except this time the gate is closed so you can't go back to it. And we're back in the Sphinx complex. The very same. The original, the hub level. The hub level that takes you to only 2 other levels. Woo. It's the same story as before. We just go this way, except this time instead of getting a shovel handle, we get to open a gate. Woo. Half of the reason we just got these keys is just to open this door and get to the next level. Yeah, I know. It's a damn shame. Into the next level. And we're going to start running into dogs again, which are one-shottable by shotgun, so that's why I have the shotgun out. Dead. And then there's going to be another one, but it's around the Jeep. You have to kind of, lure him out so that you can shoot him. Come over here, grab this jerrycan. What does the jerrycan do? It's a holder of gasoline. So there's probably gasoline in it, and we need that gasoline so that we can set something on fire later. Surprise! Gasoline! Okay, I need to stop using the word surprise. I'm sure that's getting old now. Okay. You can use the corner glitch to get on top of the level and just kind of go wherever you want. But that's boring. And yes, I'm going to use shotgun shells on bats. It just makes sense. I'm not sure why this building even exists. I think it exists solely so that you can waste the ammunition on the bats that are inside. Alright, but where we actually need to go, since that's a complete and total waste of time, is in here. And there's a series of underground networks here in the Mastabas, which I'm pretty sure is the name of this level, if I remember it right. I'll start saving it here. Yeah, I think that's in Mastabas. You know, I'm gonna get it wrong. It's gonna be okay. And so we go, one-shotting dogs along the way, because that's just what the shotgun's good for. You can also do this with a revolver if you want to. Make sure to go left on this fork so that you can do this stuff. Alright, got that taken care of. And now we're in a room where there's a bunch of stuff, and make sure that you're able to do the puzzle that gave you some crossbow bolts. Well, technically you don't need these, you can just do this with the pistols. Or you can just be me and use blazed explosives on it, so I actually need the laser sight. Okay. So if you want to get 2 of these gems in one shot, you aim for the corner right here, bam, they're both gone. And then you do that, and then you do that. You may think that's a waste of explosives. I think this is probably the last part of the game where I can just be explosive happy. Especially with the crossbow, because it has so much ammunition left in it. I mean, we're not going to use it for everything, but, like, to make my life easier, yeah, I'll use it. So that's what the entire point of additional guns and ammunition for those guns. Alright. Running into dogs, so that must mean we're going in the right direction. So what did we do? Okay, so we did that for our water skin. That holds 3 liters of water. And yes, the 3 liters is very important. Not right now, but in a bit. Okay, bat, seriously? No, in Tomb Raider 1, bats had like 1 HP. The moment you hit them with pistols, they died. In this game, it's like, no, I'm gonna take a few shots to kill. Because who wants bats to be simple, right? Everyone wants bats to be simple. Alright, if I remember right, this is the way I want to go. Too lazy to switch weapons, so I'll just use a shotgun there. kick open another door. I love this place, the ruinous atmosphere of the place at the very least. Let's open a trap door, which leads to more stuff, but more stuff that we need technically. This is all required. You're going to go through the Mastabas naturally, so you don't really need a map of the place, but some people, like, if you forget something or you accidentally go down one of these passageways, you might want to find a map, because this place is a little complicated if you don't do things on the way. Alright, so same situation as before. We grab our crossbow, aim at this corner, knock those out, aim at this wall, knocks that out, aim at that zombie, knocks that out. Just 3 explosives and you're good. Now we got a bag of sand. What do we need a bag? Okay, so there's a bunch of scales at the end of the level, or maybe the beginning of the next one. I honestly can't remember which. And we need these for that. So the bag of sand, the jerrycan, and all of that stuff. We need that then. Of course, that's not now, so it's not too relevant right now, but it will become relevant. Okay, so there's 2 ways here. One of them is the exit, and one of them is a large med pack. We can ignore the large med pack and just go this way and get the comfort of more bats and scorpions, because that's just what the game is good at doing. Is supplying me with enemies that do not deserve shotgun shells, but are going to get them anyway, just because I have the ammunition. Okay, so where am I? Also, how much shotgun ammo have I wasted? A lot. It doesn't matter. At this point, we can use nothing but ammunition, and not pick up ammunition, and still have enough ammunition. Okay, so why am I jumping places? This is a good question to ask yourself before you jump places. It just so happens that I ask myself after I jump places, because I never know what I'm doing. I do this in Astronautcy too. I just go places and then question why I'm going there, instead of questioning if I should go there before. You know, just classic life rake stuff. Alright. In the hole we go. Should be more dogs as usual. Okay, this is the part where I don't remember which way leads to progress. I'm pretty sure to the left is not the way of progress, and yes, I'm going to save because I am meticulous about saving time should I need to. Looks like this is where I needed to go. Also, bats are annoying still. Alright, so same case as before. We corner, and then wall, and then zombies, except this time there's no zombies. This time we have scales. That just leaves a giant question mark on what the heck's the other way. And I'm with you there. I have no idea now. Alright, so we could do this puzzle, or I could figure out what's going on in the other direction. So I'm going to check out what's in the other direction first. We need this. Okay, so the other direction was important. So we grab this torch after killing that dog, make our way back to that room. We need this because we need fire from one of those scales. So there's going to be a room with 3 scales. I know you saw it because I just showed you. Okay, so got 3 scales, 1 with water, 1 with sun, and 1 with sand. Or a pyramid. I don't know, I can't interpret this stuff. Walk over here, wait for Laura to stand still because otherwise she just says no.
No.
Case in point. Grab some water here. And then working left to right, we need to use the water here. I think you have to do this in order. I had difficulties doing it out of order, so I assume you have to do it in order. Over here, use the jerrycan. This took me a bit to realize I needed something to fuel the light, and you couldn't just light the scale by itself. And then you need the bag of sand. First, we're going to grab the torch, which we left over here. Yeah, it's a little difficult to see after you lose it, so try to keep a good eye on it. Light it. Very simple, logical stuff here. Might take you a little bit to try to figure it out on the first time, but this wasn't very hard compared to another thing I had trouble with. We'll be on that later, of course.
No.
Yes. Okay. And that's all the scales. And that opens the door. Yes, the door on the left. Which has zombies and this thing. We can probably get away with ignoring the mummies. They are slow shamblers after all, and we don't need to waste ammunition on them if we don't want to. Just think of this like we were at the beginning of the game and didn't have explosives yet. I mean, you have explosives now, so why not use them now? The answer is, Laura, draw your shotgun. Sometimes she just doesn't want to draw the weapons. And this would get us out of the Mastabas and onto the next level, I'm fairly sure. And let's go this way. Large med pack? I'm pretty sure we're gonna get assaulted by a dog now. Yep. Yep. Trading 2 shotgun shells for a large med pack is pretty pointless in my state, but it's one I can make regardless. Now we're on the other side of the Mastabas. We're gonna run into some more complicated stuff now, like scorpions. Scorpions aren't very complicated though, they're just arachnids. So we need to go... I don't remember, I'm pretty sure it's left then across. Okay, we need that, and then we need to make this. Super safety it, don't need to be reckless at this time. Open this door. Bats. Of course, why wouldn't there be bats whenever I entered any form of old facility that has not been opened in years? Going down here. Okay, scorpion randomly patrolling the halls. This should be the way we need to go. Or not. Or it could just be a treasure room. With revolver ammo, which is pretty sweet. Let's go this way. Now the scorpion gone. Get out of here. Probably gonna get bugged by bats again. Because that's just a trend. Okay, I didn't... oh man, I used pistols on an enemy. How dare I? How dare I use pistols on an enemy? Doesn't matter. It's because I always expect bats, and then the moment I switch back to the shotgun, the bats are back. Like, can the bats just not be there? It'd be so nice. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, it was just a treasure, so we go down here. When are we gonna I think the monkey faces are what we're gonna see next. Let's see what's here. This leads to something. Where does this other way lead? Nowhere. Okay, cool. So that's a very straightforward level. You don't really need a map for it unless you forget something somewhere. Then you are going to need a map for it. There was a dog that spawned behind me. Jackal, I guess they are. Coyote? I don't know. Alright, same case as before. Grab this, shoot the corner, then shoot the wall. This time there's no mummy to shoot, so here's the... Let's see, that's the hear no evil. That's the see no evil. That's the say no evil. Now, we are not going to say anything evil, but we kind of need our ears and we kind of need our sight. So, the answer to this puzzle is say no evil. Which causes a monkey to spawn, and if you kill it, you have to just wait for it. You just have to trigger the thing again. This guy's gonna go up there, pull that lever for us. Quite handy of him. Much better than Von Croy at pulling switches, dare I say. Oh, okay, so... yeah, we need to go this way first and grab this. Is there shamblers? Yeah, there's shamblers here too. Once again, not really worth dealing with, because we can just get this, get out, and the shamblers will be none the wiser. Shamblers, zombies, mummies. What's their name again? Probably mummies. It doesn't super matter though. This is our exit. You don't have to shoot the lions' heads if you don't need to open the door. Alright. And this leads to the next level. Right? This should lead out the Mastabas. Or Mastabas? It's one of those words, man. Maybe it's just because I'm not looking at it long enough. Anyways, we're on to the next level. Alright, so the Mastabas took maybe 10 minutes, 11 minutes. And now we are in the Great Pyramid. Oh boy. My favorite level. I am being sarcastic. Where's my grenade launcher? That's not my grenade launcher. This is my grenade. That's a revolver. You know what? Revolver is going to be good enough. I have plenty of ammo for it. So may as well burn it on some scorpions and stuff, right? Let's see. Small med. Dark corner for some reason. Okay. Who's shooting me? Oh, you. Didn't even realize there's a guy behind me. It's like the guy in front of me isn't shooting. And the Laura didn't automatically lock onto him. I just shot twice anyway and it landed. Anyhow, we need to go... Well, left is easily accessible. So I guess we go that way. We have 3 of the shaft keys. Come on, dude. There we go. You can snipe them in advance, but... I mean, I'm going to have so much revolver ammo at the end of this that it really does not matter. You can't use explosives to clear rubble, which is why it's difficult to pull it out. Alright, let's lift this up. Now where does this lead? That is a pit, last I checked. Yeah, that's... Yep. I actually did not... I guess I just ignored this my first run through. Good job, me. Good job. Ignoring the bottomless pits. Pretty sensible thing to do. Oh, hey, here's the Great Pyramid, by the way. The Great Pyramid of Egypt. You can tell it's big because the game's still loading it in. Just like the Coastal Ruins, it's just a really pretty sight. We should be getting attacked by a scorpion, or a giant scorpion sometime in a bit. If not, it will happen after we go to the treasure room and claim our stuff. Maybe it's in here. Okay. What do we have in here? Grenades, okay. I'm down for grenades. Grenades are pretty good. They one-shot scarabs, that's why I like them. If they hit the scarab, of course. Sometimes you miss grenades. How much grenades? Okay, 18? We still have plenty. I still think I have enough grenades to deal with the rest of the enemies in the game. And I'm fairly sure I'm right, but even if I run out, it's like, whatever, man. We don't need grenades for everything. Okay, kinda need grenades for everything. What was the point of this? Okay, so I got some Uzi clips, some grenades, a large med pack, and a small med pack. Okay, that's what's in here. Now let's do the fun part of the level. Climb the pyramid. This isn't something that's easy to memorize, and even with practice, it can be a little disorienting, so... Please be patient. So we make the first jump. We're gonna have the grenade launcher ready all the time because it one-shot scarabs, and usually scarabs can be easily shot with it. And no one wants to deal with getting pushed around by scarabs, so the grenade gun should be a pretty easy way to deal with it. Now, this is also the part of the level where I'm going to be constantly saving. And you'll see why. There's instant death traps all throughout the pyramid. Everything's horrible. Everything's horrible. See giant scarabs that will try to push you off, and boulders that will try to squash you. Case and point. What's behind me? If I was on the platform below, I would have gotten squashed by that. Save the game. Okay. Now where do I go? This is where the level becomes a bit of a task. Alright, so we need to go down there, I want to say. Which I'm fairly sure is this. Damn it. I was hoping not to get crushed by that. But I couldn't remember where the... Yeah, it's impossible to memorize where the boulders... It's not impossible to memorize where the boulders fall. It's just not very practical for me to remember where the boulders fall. It's practical for me to just try to avoid them at all cost. Okay. So that boulder's gone now. Don't have to worry about that one. Do this running jump. Pretty sure I didn't have to grab, but I grabbed instinctively and it lured Laura anyway, so... Thank you for dying. Your contribution to life is very, very fulfilling, I'm sure. Though those things are gigantic, it makes you wonder how they got that size. Probably by eating human flesh. Would not surprise me in this apocalyptic setting. At all. I mean, we've trapped and killed Von Croy and ourselves at least 20 times throughout the entire series, so I'm not sure who to trust anymore. Oh my god, enemies everywhere. Look, dude. I'm so glad that kills him in one hit. Trying to do 2 shotgun shots is sometimes too rough. Or 2 revolver shots. I missed a jump. Alright. Where was I? Saving? Okay, cool. Let's jump this. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can jump that. Hang on. Let me just get a good look here. Nope, that's too far away. We need to go somewhere else. Wait. No, this is how I got here, right? Well, I can get to the large med pack from here. Okay, well, we can go this way. We're probably gonna get interrupted by Scared McGee and his friend, Scared McBob. Oh, the other grenade just exploded. Killed that guy. Okay. Making good progress so far. We're still doing fine. Alright, here's where something gets a little bit tricky. You need to do a running jump here. Scarab spawns. Because why wouldn't it? I'm so glad that the grenade gun is a thing and that it one-shots these dudes. Explosive crossbow also one-shots them, but explosive crossbow, yeah, just feels like cheating. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. She decided not to do the running jump. Okay, so we need to do the running jump this time, Laura. Please cooperate. Thank you. Jump here before you get crushed, lady. Okay, cool. Now that we have avoided death for the... We've avoided death many times. We've died, like, at least 10. Alright, and then that boulder falls off. I need to fall... standing jump here. Yes. Right here. If you go too far, you just slide off. Then you need to standing jump, standing jump. Alright, I find this easiest if I do it this way. And then this jump here can be complicated, but it shouldn't have to be. Oh, it's a standing jump. I'm so blah. I'm so blah. Yeah, it's true. Okay, now when did I last save? Okay, not too far away. So as I said, just jump here, gets you here. Then this jump is a little bit of a doozy. Try not to mess it up this time. There we go. It's like you can always hear them, and they're still stupid obnoxious. Alright, I need to go to the left. We need to get down there. That's our goal. That's where we've been trying to go this whole time. Looks like I can do this diagonal jump business again. Looks like a standing jump. Right. Now I can standing jump here, and then standing jump here, then running jump, and we are done. It will automatically enter the next level for us as we're sliding. And that's it for the Great Pyramid until we get inside it. Now we're on Khufu's Pyramid Journey, whatever. How many grenades do I have left? 11? Perfect. Good number. I'm just gonna let these guys casually die to this thing. Alright. These soldiers don't drop anything. There's just giant scorpions everywhere. Alright, let's go grab a lot of free stuff. There's a ton of free stuff right here at the end of the game that will supply you with all the ammunition and stuff that you need for the rest of the game, basically. And if you get the armory key from the dude, you get even more stuff. Like, it's already ridiculous the amount of stuff you get. The amount of stuff you get after getting the armor key as well is just will be over at the top. How much grenades does this give? I had 11, and now I have 15. That's a pack of 4 grenades. Getting the grenade gun is 10. It's so bizarre how getting the gun itself provides you with more ammunition. I mean, it looks like you just get the gun itself, not like a box of ammunition. And I mean, for this grenade case, it's like 2 grenades outside the box, 2 grenades in the box. 100% safe, totally will not detonate on you. Which reminds me that even though Laura gets shot to bits, she just doesn't get murdered by getting hit, even though she's carrying at least 10 million explosives. Alright, well, I rest my case. If you have the armory key, you can open this up, and it just breaks the game for you. And all you had to do was save it, dude. I feel like there's a good message behind this. It counts as a secret. It's probably the last secret I'm getting. Probably. Fairly sure. It is above a 50% chance. Yeah. There's many ways I can describe how this is fairly likely to be the last secret I get, but I think I've explained it pretty subtly and pretty blatantly now. Yep. Oh man, Uzis. We still have these guns? Still, how much ammo do I have? Like 300? 250. It's not enough to do anything, man. Oh, I guess I can kill this dude with it. Oh, I accidentally shot the dude, didn't I? Sorry, man. Alright. And we're already at half at Uzi ammo. I guess I'll use it to kill one more thing. Uzi ammo is just never going to be useful, ever. Almost thought I killed myself there. Alright, this is a close quarter scorpion combat thing. I don't want to deal with it. So once again, we grab our trusty grenade gun. 1, 2... Try not to get clobbered, and 3. Yes. No, we're not. Okay, it's the next hodge over. I always think it's this hodge for some reason, but no, it's the other hodge. And I don't know what that word means. I'm just saying it. The next corridor, alleyway. Let's go with alleyway. Alleyway sounds like a good word for this. We still have grenade gun for when scarabs show up. Like now. Grenade gun's just too blatantly useful. And then, I'm going to be just spamming the heck out of it until it runs out. I don't care anymore. Okay, you can't grab that ledge. Now where am I going? Okay, we need to jump here. This is all about being very careful when jumping. Knowing when to do a standing jump, when to do a running jump, when to do the running jump grab. Stuff you've probably mastered by now and don't need any explaining on. But I still think this level, just like the other levels in Giza that take place outside, is really cool. How nice of you to take your time. Oh boy, here's a dude. Alright. Okay, notice how the scorpion just kind of casually waltzed through that thing? Well, turns out that must mean it is important in some way. Well, guess what? You can push it. How were you supposed to know what the only reason I knew I could push this is because the scorpion walked through it. And it got me curious to wondering what it is, so I approached it, pressed action, and what do you know, you can move it. I almost used surprise. One more. And this opens up Khufu's Queen Pyramid, which is here, in relation to the Great Pyramid. Alright, there's a trap door in here, then it's going to be something of a maze. So, I got lost in this maze, man. But I kind of boiled it down, wrote it down by hand, and it's like, okay, this kind of makes sense, but I got lost. I got lost so hard. Thankfully, this has been practiced, and I'm going to ignore all the pickups and beetles that spawn if you go various places, by merely just doing the correct solution first. In this case, it's for going into the pyramid, or just into the... When you're entering, you just go straight. Hug the wall, you'll be fine. Yes, this music's 100% appropriate. I actually think it's really fitting. Alright, and this should lead where we need to be. We just take another right here. And then it activates this music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grenades. Okay. It's either 8 or 7 grenades. Wasn't really counting. It's a lot of grenades. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I just wonder why she's not doing. How much grenades do I have left? 10. Perfect. All I need. Alright, this is a little bit more complicated to remember, so I'll save here just in case I get lost on the way back. It's not that hard, but it's very basic because you're kind of led towards it because of how the doors are designed to go up and down. But you go straight here, Then you go left. Then you go through and then to the right, and then you're done, I'm pretty sure. So that's through and to the right, and then you're done. That's the entrance. And the flares conveniently kept it lit for us the entire way, and we didn't have to kill a single scorpion. They can continue living in their dark hole for as long as they want. So all we have to do is scale the outside of a pyramid. Again, the Great Pyramid, to be precise. This is Khufu's Queen Pyramid. That is the Great Pyramid, just on the left side. Remember how we were on the other side before? Now we're on this side. Woo. Big pyramids turns out they're pretty big. So I have 10 grenades. There's going to be like 3 scarabs on this climb. And then there's going to be a few dudes. And then there's going to be some red dudes. And then I'll have super grenades left. Yeah, I'm going to be fine for the rest of the game. Thank you. Alright, there's also boulders. So, sensible to save. Remember that this is a standing jump from all the other times we've performed a jump similar to this. Try not to stand on these tiles for too long. There's a boulder traps. And I missed the jump barely. Make this. Dodge the casually rolling boulder as it falls down. And we're out. Now we kind of want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone just to save a grenade. Because we're going to need them. Not kidding. We need them. And this will take us inside the Great Pyramid, which is the second to last level. Yeah, we're just blazing through this. Has not even been 30 minutes yet. Yep. Okay, so one of the things that's fun about the grenade launcher, and yes, it was a pretty obvious cut there, is that you can lob shots at enemies who have not spawned yet, and watch it explode on top of their head. You can't do that with this crossbow. Oh, and then you have 2 grenades for this dude. And then you go up here, and guess what? There's another one of Von Croy's men, and he gets grenaded too. Grenades for everybody. Okay, then we go up here, there's another dude. These guys are just asking you to get pelted with grenades. Where was I? Okay, I killed the bat, dog was barking, I had to make a cut. Okay. Now we need to go through here. And I just saved over that, so I need to make... that wasn't really a smart decision in case this crashes. Why did I do that? Okay, so for this, it's actually fairly simple. All we have to do is stand in front of it, wait for it to pass, and run. Same with the second one. You can be kind of close. But just run, yeah. That's not the right weapon. Dog, so shotgun is the easy way to go. Don't need to pump these with grenades. That just doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that to a poor dog? Why? That's just abuse. Okay, there's 3 dogs. For some reason, I always think there's 4. Right, so there's an owl here. He's pretty cute. There's an owl there. And what we need to do is we just need a fairly simple puzzle to light this. And intuitively, you're thinking, okay, let's just light all the torches in the room, because that makes a bunch of sense. And it does, actually, because that's the first thing I tried. And what do you know? It's what works. Just go around the room, light these 5 torches. By 5, I don't know. It seems like an arbitrary number to me. And toss the torch aside. We don't need that anymore. And we throw a switch that's in here. There's also some wide shot ammo. We don't really care about. Look at wide shot ammo and all of its glorious glory. Managed to miss the first one entirely. The other one's pretty simple to deal with. Alright. You have to travel through these things a total of 3 times. So here's round number 2. Alright, that was pretty simple. Okay, this was also pretty simple. Jump backwards. Back here. Alright, so you know all those things we've been collecting in the past few levels? Well, this is where they belong. So here's a cinematic shot of this room in all of its blue glory. It's nice to have all these blues to contrast with these tans. It's very nice. Good mixture of colors. Blue and orange, blue and violet, blue and blue. It's very nice. I love it. They did bring a lot of color to this room. It's nice. Anyhow, Laura will once again automatically select the correct ones for you. So this is the west. You're going to hear some electrical noises because electricity obviously existed during the Egyptian era. And just go and turn. Just keep going in turn. This is not complicated. Just get the grenade. Grenades ready. That's not grenades. Grenades are way more fun than crossbows, dude. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Cool kids play with grenades. And explosion. Okay, so that created a hole in the center, and there's these series of lights going through. This is all very important for later. Alright, that opens the gate. Let's grab our crossbow and shoot some fools. It's a little bit easier with the crossbow this time. Well, especially if, you know, you actually are looking at the dudes who you're shooting at. Grab these. You never know when we need 6 more shotgun shells. Hint, we won't. I'm pretty sure the 24 we already have is just enough to kill the rest of the enemies in the game. Could be, could not be. We're going to use this as our bat killer, because using grenades on bats is dumb, but I still want to use explosives, because explosives are fun. Standing jump. And this is also just walk, walk, walk. Am I going the right way? No. No. I'm in fact going the wrong way. I'll see you guys in a second. Right, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to traverse through these dumb things again. Woo, everyone's favorite. Alright, that's as close as I'm gonna get. Run, run, run. Walk, walk. Wait, wait. Alright, so that opens this up. There's some burning and amongst other things. And this time, the other chasm that was over here collapsed. I actually had difficulties finding this the first time and actually went to the previous level checking to see if I missed anything when I didn't. So, that was embarrassing. But what happens in practice doesn't happen again here. So that's what you don't have to witness, even though I did go the wrong way the first time. And then we have to once again go through the swinging doors. This isn't even doors, they're just... These are just magic concrete blocks that are maybe controlled with magnetism. Maybe. It's the only sensible explanation. What's operating the... Oh, what would this be called? A pendulum. Whatever pendulum is keeping them doing that, I'm not sure how it operates, what magical power it uses, but it must use some form of magical power. Do here, and then do down here. Then there's going to be bats. Bats are just annoying, so just shoot them with explosive crossbow bolts. Grenade launcher's a little bit flimsy here because of the slope, but I still want to use explosives, as I already mentioned, so we're using them. How polite of you. And then bam, and then we just safely drop here. There's a large med pack here just in case you need it. Hint, I don't. And we're nearby the end of the level. Where's the bats? That's a lot of bats. That's a lot of dead bats. Alright. Now we just have to climb down here. And we're good to go. Make sure you go as far right as possible so that when you drop off, you're fine. Alright. Then that's the end of the level, and we're in the Temple of Horus. Now, I didn't take too terribly long doing those levels, so I will do... What will I do? Do I just... Hang on, how long have I done this for? I could probably put a comfortable stopping point here. Hey there everyone, this has been Live, as always, thank you for watching. Next time we'll do Temple of Horus. I'll see you guys then, bye-bye.